Hello guys, I'm going to give you all the info you need to know about the new Vorax season. Hope you enjoy it. Monsters can spawn with Vorax syndrome. It will have red circles on the bottom and it will fill Vorax substance, the currency of the new season mechanic. You spend the substance to open surgical preparation interface. That interface will allow you to have 6 incubators with variety of monsters in it. The goal is to juice them up as much as possible. You're looking to increase the ultimate activity. The higher the overall ultimate activity is, the more loot you can get. The last phase is the surgery phase. This is the phase where your creations come to life and you can kill them and you open the incubators for the loot. I'm sure there will be a guide out there early on by people a lot smarter than me, so I hope you keep eyes out for that. There is a new in netherrealm boss from the new mechanic called Scavenger. Hopefully something similar to Dar Hunter with good loot explosions. The new addition to netherrealms is an extra slot called Scalpels besides compasses that gives increased loot and added difficulty. There's new Vorax gear. This is insane, by the way. You can use items like organs to add affixes. There are T1 affixes or T0 affixes. Vorax gear ignores attribution pools, so you can get ES on Dex gear. And for Vorax helmets and necklaces, it shares the ultimate affixes. So basically, you can get plus 11 support skill on that you normally get on helmets that you can get on necklaces now. And it's the same for rings, boots, and belts. So you get some crazy combinations. You can recycle certain legendary items to receive a core organ of the legendary that gives an option between 2 mods of the legendary that you can craft on your Vorax gear. You can have up to 2 legendary mods from 2 different items on your Vorax gear, but you can only have 1 Vorax gear equipped at any time. You can also corrode your Vorax gear. There's a 50% chance to make it bound to you, but the rest of the options are pretty decent. The 5% chance ones are insane. You could get T0 plus even if you hit. The new character E3 looks insane. The model hero traits, everything looks crazy. It's basically blink attack back if you remember that, but it looks even better, and they made it so that they have a motion sickness mode in the settings. Even if you get motion sickness when stuff moves too quick, this won't be a problem in the next season. There's also a new combat skill for spellcasters, which is called Tangle. It basically makes it so your spells are connected to your enemies, and once your enemy dies, it will transfer over to the closest nearby enemy, which keeps spamming your spells. It will look absolutely insane and destroys screen-wide mobs. It will, like as you can see in the video. They added an overall bunch of other items specifically for Tangle and also combo skills, but I won't go over all of that here. They also changed Wilt to max 30 stacks. Trauma is fixed to 1 stack. Ignite starts at 1 and scales up to 4 stacks. They changed Frostbite as well. Base cap is 10, but you can increase it with gear and passives to 100. The higher the number, the more damage. The cap is 100, but for Gemma, Frostbitten, however, has a hero trade that gives 200 Frostbite rating, or has a cap for 200 Frostbite rating, so keep an eye out for that. There's a new SS20 boss, the All-Seeing Prophet. It looks pretty cool. The lighter balls are good to pick up and give strength, whatever that means. And the dark balls you need to avoid at all costs. Also, Monka bombs are back. Let's hope there are no random stages where you can't really put the bomb in the boss without getting one shot. I'm side-eyeing 14 hours of me doing SS20 in the Outlaw season. Monsters in certain content HP will no longer scale to insane levels, but will have more damage mitigation. If a monster has 50% damage mitigation, it will effectively double the damage cap that you have. Now for Overrealm compasses. The purple compass makes it so there's a 50% chance to spawn additional bottom monsters in a map, which sounds insane, but reverse clocks don't appear in the map anymore. Gold compass makes it so there's a chance to get containment keys while filling up the Overrealm progress bar. Those keys allow you to force open the next level if you get blue doored. If you've gotten enough keys, at least that is. I'm not going over the Overrealm Void Shard tree because there will be people who come up with something for it. I do think Overrealm is going to be printing like crazy in Profound and Deep Space like it did last season. They changed the prism crafting. The first affix allows you to customize the shape of the prism. So 4x3, 1x4, 7x1 I saw even, so there's that. They also added on the third crafting the option to not replace original core talent. Phantasmagoria is a new prism. You get plus 75% to the effects of random affixes to the prism. They also changed Commander's Gambit into blessing stacking for minions. Whenever you get a blessing, the minion gets 2 of those blessings. I don't know how good this will be, but it sounds good overall. I also don't think it's better than the old Commander's Gambit, for Mota 1 at least, but we'll see how it goes. Adaptive Defense Prism got changed and got 40% injury buffer and 1 stack of deflection every 0.5 seconds, which is pretty good defensives in my opinion. Fiery Fantasy Prism is a new prism, converts excess elemental chance over the cap into additional elemental damage. There's another new prism called Storm's Command, a melee prism plus 35% additional attack damage for each different Warcry cast for 8 seconds and 100% additional empower defensive skill effect. It sounds absolutely broken to be honest, but we'll see how that plays out in different type of builds. Inverse Image now rolls with 1 to 3 temper affixes. Only temper affixes have variable ranges, while all other stats are fixed. Make it harder to get the perfect rolls, so they'll be quite expensive or hard to get. Some insane inverse images. You can also recycle inverse images right now from 3 to 1. So if you recycle 3, you get 1 new inverse back. For hero memories, ultimate hero memories are now more rare, but also give always a T1 affix, at least 1. They got reweighted, so the higher value memories appear more often, so you get better memories overall. You can also recycle them now for 20 memory threads epics, which is more than the 2 they had before. Compasses you can now also recycle with rarity. Based on rarity, you can also do the same with support skills from Canvas, so you'll have more chance on getting something good. It looks like it's 10 to 1 ratio, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. They introduced 2 new cards, not sure where or how to get them, but one is for a random curse-based priceless ring, and another one is for Undetermined Fate. Machine Void Chart got changed, so you no longer drop spirited. You can choose that you don't longer drop spirited rings anymore, so minion rings. And there's a percentage more priceless drop chance node, which is 100% from what I remember. The Arcana cards in NetherRealm, when you open a card and you get the loot from the cards, it now has a chance to drop Arcana compasses, which I don't know why Arcana got even more buff than it was. The new gold cube compass will trigger random cubes in the map. If you interact with the cube in the map, it triggers and a counter that can drop desire crystals or reveal a new special boss, the Cube Goblin. I haven't seen a Cube Goblin yet, but it sounds like the gold compass from Cube sounds insane right now. Dark Surge got buffed quite a bit. It seems you can have, let's say, cube monsters, and if your Dark Surge fills up the whole map with Dark Surge, your cube monsters will also be Dark Surge mobs. So that sounds pretty insane. So you can stack insane amounts of Dark Surge materials. Sandlord, it takes longer to get the gliders now, but there's more loot to them, as you can see. New resonances for deep space makes it a lot harder for adding more affixes to the map, but gives a lot more loot too. This will most likely be what everyone's super late game is going to farm. They also added in the commodities void chart a way to farm these resonances. Could be probably another free-to-play farm strategy, because I'm assuming everyone in deep space are going to be using the deep space resonances. They also added 4 new probes for deep space. These probes can give extra loot, and some can even spawn additional mechanics if you kill the goblin, for specifically the might probe, from what I've seen. There's a new UI update for Trade House. It looks alright to me, to be honest, but it doesn't look that crazy, but I like it. It's not bad. There's a hero trait update. There's a NetherRealm Maps UI update. There's a skill screen UI update. There's a skill energy spent UI update. The remodeled some old default models as well, like Carino got changed, Gemma got changed, and also Rayhan got changed. They also changed edges in the map while running sometimes. You'd get stuck or using dashes, leaps. Now it should feel a lot smoother. And there's new events that start on season start. The 10 Battle Pacts pools and the Wings in 7 days login event. The clear story for motionless activation medium. Defeat Traveler 8 for a Battle Pact spirit of your choice. And at level 96 you get 128 FE text voucher. There's also a new drop pad now called Intern Shelly for the new season mechanic 4x. What I like a lot about this pet is that it has no 3x drops, so only 2x. So once you get the pet to level 3, you don't really miss out on any extra loot once the pet procs. Of course, getting it to 6 when it procs more often is a lot better, right? But at least you're not gonna, when it procs, miss out on the extra 1x that you would normally get if you get a 3x pet. But I think it's quite nice to have it at level 3 as well, so yeah. New beta pet called Kitty Express. This looks like it's an insane DPS pet for attack-based builds where you trigger your main skills. And last but not least, they added a gender bender Yuga skin. I skipped a couple of things that are not really super valuable because the reveal video was 1 hour long. If you want more information-based content, I'm sure some other creators will go more in depth on certain aspects of the changes. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this type of content. It's something different than I would normally do. And leave a like and subscribe and a comment on what you're most excited for in the upcoming season. Peace.